Hi, it's Miss Galen, and I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about your first week of lessons with Safe Swim Solutions. The first thing I want to say is congratulations. You've taken a monumental step by allowing your child to participate in this program that's going to set the foundation for them to be safe swimmers moving forward, to have recreational and maybe even competitive swim skills, but most importantly, it's going to give them the skills that they need to be aquatic problem solvers and be able to survive an aquatic accident if that ever was going to happen. You know, we sign our kids up for so many different activities for different reasons. But unlike, say, soccer, or dance, or gymnastics, survival swim lessons are a vital part of keeping your child safe. And it's our goal here with Safe Swim Solutions to make survival swim lessons as mainstream as any of those other activities that kids do. We want it to be as common as buckling your kid into the car seat, taking them to the doctor, or signing them up for kindergarten, something that every parent does. But to do this, we're really going to need to change the way we think about swimming with young children, and also we need to think about the way we react when we're watching our children do something difficult and something that they might not want to do. You've already done the first part of that by signing them up for a drowning prevention program as opposed to a more traditional swim lesson. By doing so, you are acknowledging that safety around the water is more important than water fun and thrills that they might have. The second part is going to come by the way you respond to the first, often difficult days of lessons. Because it's a new activity, a new routine, and something very unfamiliar to them, they are entering into the pool with someone that they've never met before or don't know very well, and all of that uncertainty can cause a lot of anxiety in children. And the way that children respond to something that is so unfamiliar is by crying. And that's the most developmentally typical thing for them to do. And it is something that they've learned very early on to be a very strong and valuable form of communication. Your instructor, they're going to do the very best that they can to help your child adjust into lessons more quickly by, first off, just getting to know them and getting to know you, asking questions about their aquatic history and other activities that they participate in, maybe some interests that they have that they can relate to them on, or whatever it might be that they're going to really try to connect with your child early on. We're going to take it slow. We're going to really watch your child, see how they're responding to the things that we're asking them to do. And then by watching how they're reacting to those things that we're doing, we are going to be able to make the best decisions on how to move forward to help them, again, build on the skills that they're learning in a way that they're going to feel much more comfortable with. We all know that children have big emotions. They can throw a Category 5 tantrum because you maybe don't let them drink toilet water, or you have the audacity of making them wear their blue striped socks instead of their red ones. And though children cry for a multitude of reasons, for some reason when we see children crying in the water, we think that those tears must be due to their fears. But actually that's probably not true, because fear is a learned emotion. If a child sees a snake for the first time, they're not going to necessarily be scared of it until they see their mom running into the house screaming. They're not going to be scared of the boogeyman until Big Brother tells them it's someone that's hiding under their bed to get them in the middle of the night. Fear is a response to a real and present danger. It elicits that primal fight or flight reaction that you have to something that is right there happening at that moment. And it's a really useful emotion that we have for survival. Through actions and words, that's how children learn to be scared of different things. So unless a child has actually had a negative or dangerous experience with the water, they're not necessarily going to come into lessons being actually scared of the water itself. But fear's close cousin is anxiety. And anxiety is a response to a future or imagined danger that hasn't happened and probably never will happen. Anxiety is a stress producer that physiologically does the same things in our body that fear does. It raises cortisol and adrenaline in our system. It causes our heart to race and our blood pressure to go up and our breathing to quicken. And all of those things are obviously not pleasant or useful things to have happening when you're trying to learn a difficult skill. Unfortunately, as parents, many of the steps that we take to try to encourage our children when they're in a stressful situation actually are the very things that intensify and prolong those behaviors. When a child expresses anxiety through crying, they're really asking for the adult to encourage them and tell them that they are okay. But when they look over maybe and see you on the side of the pool with big eyes, maybe chewing your fingernails and saying things like, "It's okay, don't worry, your lesson's almost over, you're going to be okay." All of those words, the tone of voice that we use, that's the thing that makes them really feel and believe that they do have something to worry about. To lessen their protesting and their crying, don't focus on the crying. Don't say, "Don't cry." Don't say, "It's okay," but take cues from your instructor. When they're saying, "Nice job putting your head back," or "good breathing," or "good relaxing," whatever that might be, repeat those things so it encourages your child to think about the things that they're doing well and not focus on the fact that they might still be a little bit upset about it. And please, please, please do not bribe or offer a positive reward for your child stopping their crying. I've heard it over 1,000 times. Parents come in and say, "If you don't cry today, we'll go and get ice cream after lessons." And one of two things is going to happen in that scenario. Either, most likely, the child's still going to cry and mom's going to feel a little bit guilty, so they're still going to take the child for ice cream after their lesson, which obviously is going to lessen the power of the prize and prolong the crying. But the other situation that could happen in this scenario is that the child will stop crying and then they get to go get ice cream. And the next day they realize that no prize is offered, no ice cream is offered for their quote good behaviors. So therefore, because they're very smart, they say, "Well, maybe I need to keep crying so that I can get some more ice cream." In short, don't draw attention to the crying. Don't try to end a negative behavior by a positive reward. Focus on the things that they're doing well. Reward them for a job well done and for working hard, and that is going to encourage them to continue to work hard and to learn the skills that they need to learn. And realize that practicing these parenting tips here during swimming lessons, it's going to pay dividends down the road and any other challenges that you might face. You're doing a great job. I'm proud of you all. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you at the pool.